Hello and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be tier ranking my villagers on my Animal Crossing New Horizons islands. Let's just get into it, shall we? We have the tier rankings right here. We have A, which is 100% perfect. Love you so much. You can never do anything wrong. And then the next tier under that is B, and it's let's be neighbors. I really like you. We have a good lot of fun together. Like, I want to be really good friends with you. And then C is I'll allow it. You're not bad. I actually kind of like you. We have some good moments, kind of like just friends. Like if A is bestest friends, B is like super close friends, C is just like they're the friends you hang out with whenever you're in a big group. You may hang out with them once in a while. Not really. And then D is why. Like, why are you here? No one really invited you. You're not the worst person that could have been invited to the event, but not really sure why you're here. And then F, the very last tier, is just get off my island. We tried to make it work. It didn't. What are you doing? Please move ASAP. And usually the ones in this tier do not want to move ASAP. So we're going to start with my first island, Kingdom. First up is going to be Zucker. Zucker, we're putting him in the B tier. Let's be neighbors. I really like him. He is one of my dreamies, but when it comes to tier ranking, he's not as much of a dreamy compared to like some of the others. So he's got to be a B tier. Next up, Melba. She's going in the B tier as well. Love her so much, but again, we got to save that top tier for like the creme de la creme. Speaking of the creme de la creme, Pietro, the very first one, going in the 100%. Couldn't ask for a better villager. Love him so much. Next we have Pecan. Let's put her in C. I'll allow it. Yeah, not much else to really say about that. The next one we have is Olaf. He is definitely going into D. Why? Why are you here? I can't remember if he's an autofill or if I picked him up off of an island. But either way, I don't hate him, but I also don't really want to be friends with him. So yeah. Next, let's do Eunice. Eunice is gonna go in B. Let's be neighbors. Yeah. She has just come onto my island. I've only spoken to her 2 times. So I don't really know her yet. So let's just be neighbors. Let's feel it out. Let's see. Next up, Leopold. He's a 100% perfect. He is an A tier villager. Yes. Yes. Next one is actually a little surprising to me, and that is Coach. If I was tier ranking these as soon as when I first got him, because he was an autofill, he would be in Get Off My Island. He'd be in I don't want you here. I want you gone. But he has wormed his way up all the way to I'll allow it. He's a good villager. I'm pleasantly surprised. And I'm so glad I was wrong. We're not the bestest of friends, but we're definitely good friends. And he is actually moving away, which I'm way more sad about than I thought I was going to be. And then next up is Bam. Bam is a Y. He's just a Y. When I first got him, he was definitely a let's be neighbors. But he's just, yeah, we just don't have the best of relationship. And I'm just kind of like, why are you still here? He's been there for so long. And then the last villager that I have currently on my island right now is Cube. And he is a 100% perfect. He goes right up there. Deserves nothing less. It would be offensive to put him in anything less. Allie. She's a Y. Yeah. She's probably, if there was a tier in between C and D, that's where she would go. So she's probably more of an I'll allow it, but Compared to like the other I'll allow it's, she doesn't fully fit there, so that's why she's in D. Next up, Lyman. He is an A tier, 100% perfect. He is my favorite villager of all time. He is the top of the top. If I was tier ranking these 100% perfects, he would be number one. Always and forever. And I'm so sad he's not on my island anymore. Next up is Sky. She's an I'll allow it. You know? Don't hate her. Don't love her. She's a cute villager to have. So I'll allow it. Next up is Agnes. And she's another C. I'll allow it. Her and Lyman were my 2 starter villagers on Kingdom. And I was happy to have her there. Next up is Diana. Is it Diane or Diana? I don't know. She's not on my island anymore, and when she was on my island, she was an F. She's a get off my island. So our very first get off my island, I thought I was gonna like her, but we did not vibe well together, and I'm glad she's gone. I am glad she is gone. Next up is Eloise, which is another C, middle of the road. I'll allow it. Then we have Fang. He is a let's be neighbors. Love him. Definitely an unsuspected let's be neighbors. Then we have Becky. Becky is definitely, while she was on my island, she was definitely a get off my island type villager. And I'll go ahead and spoil the Briarmore villagers, which is my second island. Somehow she auto-filled there. So she moved from Kingdom to Briarmore just to piss me off, honestly. So, yeah, Becky, get off my island, always and forever, and never come back. Please and thank you. Next we have Ellie, who is definitely a B tier villager. Let's be friends. She's just a very good, solid villager. Nothing to complain about. Then we have Mary, who is also a let's be neighbors, solid tier villager. Next we have Ed. He's a Y. I don't remember having him on my island, but when I was looking back through like screenshots and stuff of like who's been on my island and stuff, he was there. So obviously he didn't leave that good of an impression if I forgot about him. So yeah, definitely Y. Next up is Chow. He's definitely an I'll allow it, who was also a surprise. Just like Coach, he would have started off in Y. Maybe not fully get off my island, but definitely in Y. And he wormed his way up to like, I was happy to have him, you know? He was fun to hang out with. Next up is Apollo, who is definitely a let's be neighbors. And then last but not least, in my Kingdom villagers is Chrissy, who is a, let's see, she's a Y. She's in the D tier, which is very disappointing. I was very excited to have her, and she was a potential dreamie, but we just didn't vibe. And while I still had some good times with her, why are you here? She kind of like catfished me a little, so can't fully be mad, but also like just leave. And with that, those are all of my villagers, at least for my first island, Kingdom. I am definitely going to be doing another one for my second island, which is Briarmore, and I've already given you a little hint of one of the ones that is a get off my island for Briarmore. But I'll definitely show you my tier rankings for Briarmore in an upcoming video. I feel like I've said that 20 times now, but it's true. I enjoyed making this video. Let me know if you would change any of the rankings for these villagers, if you've had them, if you haven't had them, or even just tier rank your own villagers. Let me know. I always enjoy like looking at people's tier rankings for villagers, like who are their like dreamies and the ones they love the most, and who are the ones that they want off their island so badly. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in another tier ranking video, hopefully very soon. Bye!